I was kind of waiting for like the perfect moment to record this video, but honestly, like I don't think there ever is going to be a perfect moment to like record this. I was like waiting for a sunny day so I could go outside and like record it and stuff like that, but the world has kind of like swept me up a little bit recently, and it feels like my life is moving forward, and this is something that it isn't holding me back, but is like something that I definitely need to close the door on, especially since so many of you guys have been asking me where I've been on YouTube and on Instagram, and I think it's only fair that I kind of give you guys an explanation for this and also say a thank you and a goodbye. If you have followed me for a while, like 4 months ago I made a YouTube video that was called like I'm taking a break, where I kind of discussed that I was going to be taking another month off YouTube like I did last year, to kind of just like meditate and read and do all of that stuff, and that didn't happen at all. I took the month off YouTube and I ended up basically just being stressed. I was training to be a holistic therapist, and then I decided that it wasn't for me that month, after kind of going into my massage course and realising that I think I liked the idea of being a holistic therapist more than I did actually being a holistic therapist. And some of the elements that I didn't like about it made my path of what I should be doing very, very clear. So I took a little bit more time to rest, because I was kind of like, right, I haven't rested, so I need to do that now. I ended up kind of getting caught in this like strange loop of sadness over that month, where I'd be like going through things in my head, feeling like really stuck, and as some of you may notice, I cut my hair that month, and I know, God, this is just like the most hippie bullshit in the whole entire world, but I really do believe that hair has like intention. And when I cut it, it like triggered something in my brain to kind of move forward, I feel like. I think it was just like honestly the element of just needing like change, and it kind of just got me thinking about a lot of elements in my life I had kind of been holding back on. So over the last kind of year of doing YouTube, at points I've really enjoyed it. I've really been like, okay, this is good now. Like I really feel like I'm talking about stuff that I'm passionate about and stuff that I really feel like truly in my soul, like, yes, like this is great. And you know, so I'm really proud of the work that I've done on YouTube over the last year. But one of the really defining things was the fact that like a lot of the time I was getting to this point with YouTube where I felt like emotionally exhausted with it. So I'd like record a video and I'd never feel 100% while doing it, but I almost felt like I was forcing myself to do it a little bit. And it's not because it's a hard job or anything like that. I'm not being like, oh, it's so hard, but I just mean like I just felt like my path was going like this way and YouTube was like still here, and it was kind of like pulling me back like I'm on like an elastic band, and I was like trying to move forward and YouTube was like, no. It's not because of the platform itself or anything, because I truly believe that whatever you have in this world, what you put into it is the most important thing. So if you try your hardest and you put the purest intentions into something, you can make something good out of something, despite all the negatives. And I believe that with YouTube too. It has its really good sides and it has its negative sides as well. At first I was like, I'm just gonna take a bit of a longer break, and then I started to realise how much better I felt without doing YouTube, and how much more at peace I felt when I was like away from social media and just kind of doing my own thing. And I think like I got to this place where I started to kind of look at what YouTube meant to me, why I was doing it, where I wanted to be in the future, and realised that this is no longer for me anymore. Out of all the reasons why I feel like I can't do YouTube anymore, not one of the reasons is because of you guys. Not one of them has anything to do with the support, the love, the joy that you have brought to my life over the last six years or so. It's just, I feel this like pull to do something different with my life at this point, and I want to do something creative. I want to do something like with my hands, you know, and make something, you know, and do something to do with art. That is like what I want to pursue with my life now. And I also, like, after a lot of thought too, I really grew to dislike the attention that I was getting from YouTube. And it's, again, not the positive comments or anything like that. It's not even really the negative things. It's just, I think, like, as over the last year, I've become a progressively more and more private and a more shy person. And now I am, like, I'm still, like, confident and bubbly, I guess, but I'm also kind of like, I think I'm just like more protective over myself, and I think I'm just more in a place where I'm very like, you know, I like to kind of be at home and read and not be surrounded by like hundreds of people all the time. And I think YouTube can often feel like this very like, you know, all eyes on you sort of thing, and I just realised that that's not what I want from my life. And I think over the last year I've really discovered what I do want from life. I really didn't want this to be like a depressing video. I wanted it to be like, shit, this has been such a positive experience of my life. And it really has. Like, this is one of the things that I really want to just like put out there completely. The last 6 years of my life have been probably the most defining years of my life that I've ever had. Honestly, when I stopped even recording videos, I had such an identity crisis. Which I think was a really good thing, because this has been my life for so long, and I have been like in this chapter of my life for such a long time. I wouldn't have done, like, and especially without you guys in general, I wouldn't have what I've got without you guys. And I don't think you realise how much that means to me. And not even just like my book deals, you know, like a little bit of savings that I've got, like not even any of that. The most important thing that I have discovered over the last 6 years is finding myself again after like losing it for such a long time and feeling like I had to be something else for such a long time. Now I realised, and I'm at this point in my life where I realised that all the love that I've ever been searching for my whole life, I can just give to myself. Cool. I don't think without YouTube and without the kind of like self-reflection that I've got from YouTube and the mental support and advice that I've gotten from people in this community that we have built up together. It's like 2 years sober now. I've been in therapy for 4 years. I gave up my smartphone a year ago now. I've been on a spiritual journey for over 1.5 years. Well, like my second spiritual journey, like, you know, healing journey for like 1.5 years now. And I really feel at home in myself. And I really feel like confident in my choices, and this choice to leave YouTube is something that has been sitting in my brain for a while. And I've been doing YouTube for such a developmental time in my life, from ages of 17 to 24 now. I have grown so much, and I feel now that I'm ready to grow like out of this world and be who I am, and really do like the simplicity of just the everyday life. And I'm really coming to terms with it more and more, that I've, you know, been meditating every day and felt true unconditional love from myself and from friendships and stuff like that have really just like fucking blown me out of the park. I'm like, whoa, love. I really feel like it's been like a creative vessel for me. I've made like so much fun like lookbooks and, you know, story times and all this stuff, and no matter like how I feel about those videos now, it's what I needed at the time. Like, I've made so many mistakes on this platform too, and I've made so many mistakes just existing, obviously, but I really feel like I've come to a place now where I've like learnt so much. I was kind of also waiting for this like definitive, like defining, like, oh, I'm gonna do this now and you guys can all like follow my journey doing this. But I'm working as a waitress now, kind of like I was, you know, just like in this small place in the town that I live in. And I think for people that have this like cool plan, that's great. But I feel like I know what I really want to do, and it is something creative. Just exploring that kind of beautiful creativity that I want to do, or being like an art therapist, or like just, I don't know. I'm in the process of working out what that is. So for the time being, I just have like a regular short hour job where I can kind of work but also live. Yeah, so I don't have this like definitive plan, but I do still have my 3rd book coming out now, which is a book based around kind of the stuff that I've learned over the last year in regards to Wicca and witchcraft. I do still practice Wicca and witchcraft, but over the last year I have come to this place where like I don't really care to define myself, and I think it like upset quite a few people that I don't care to have like labels anymore, because I'm also really like into reading about lots of different other spiritualities and just like interested in Buddhist philosophy. I will be on Instagram, and I'm gonna continue to post on Instagram. Obviously I want to keep you guys updated with like my book and stuff like that. It just feels like a point that I really just want to show you this book, release it to the world, and that will be out next year. And I am going to be posting about stuff on Instagram still, so follow me on there. You can see like updates on my tarot deck, and again, thank you for all the support on Wicca. I put my life into those projects, and it means a lot that you guys also got something out of it too. If you want to keep updated with me and my journey and what's going on in life and what I'm doing in life, I'll still be like spreading some wisdom or just chatting to you guys about my life in, you know, like an self-indulgent sort of way on Instagram. And because I feel like I'm in a good place with Instagram at the minute, you know, I'm like posting when I want, I'm posting what I want, and I really enjoy it. And I'm so grateful over just all the, like everything you've given me over the last 6 years. Whether that just be like mental support, like financial stability, inner love, inner peace, support, yeah. Just support in general, so it's thank you so much for all of that. And I feel like I should leave like a defining message, so I'm just gonna speak out of the heart like I have been this whole video, and just say, if I was to give any more advice on life, or just anything that I want you guys, like I want to put out on the internet before I zoop, heal yourself. Just start making honest choices and listen to your intuition and trust yourself for the first time probably in your life, because nobody trusts themselves. Love, just open your heart to as much love as you possibly can, whether or not it's gonna hurt you or not, and then when it hurts you, feel it and just fucking accept it, and just feel it with all your bones and cry and cry and cry and cry, and then just accept it. Find a way to be present, like no matter what that means to you. Meditate and be there with yourself and get to know yourself, and make choices that genuinely make you happy and that are not based on any other person's bullshit opinion. Just make choices that make you fucking happy, and be yourself and heal, and use guilt as a way to improve, and just be a human being. Live without fear, find a way to come to terms with death, feel the fucking sun on your skin and make yourself a home in the ground, and smell as many flowers as you can, eat as many cakes as you can, like buy as many plants as you want, just go into the fucking sea, go to the beach as much as you can, read as many books as you can, kiss as many people as you can, kiss your friends in a platonic way, just because you love them. And just go for it. just live, exist, you know, just be with yourself, swim in lakes, and go forward into life just beautifully. Just accept every part of yourself at any state you're in, because everybody lies to us anyway. Just find a way to be cool being a human being. Okay, I think that's probably all I've got to say. I love you all so much. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I'll see you on the other side. Bye guys.